Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel, Gardening in Cold Spring Harbor. I'm in Long Island, New York, Zone 7A. With the holidays behind us and some of the coldest weather still ahead of us, it might feel like we are just in the beginning of the winter season. However, it may be hard to believe, but we're almost halfway through the winter season and the spring season is going to be here before we know it. It's never too early to start sowing our veggies, herbs, as well as flowers from seed in seed starting trays, especially those veggies, those flowers, and those herbs, the sun seekers, which do need a bit more time to mature, to grow before they can be transplanted into our home gardens. So in today's video, I'm going to give you over 20 vegetables, herbs, as well as flowers, which can and in fact should be sown now from seeds in seed starting trays, so they will be ready to go and to be transplanted into our home gardens late winter, early spring. So for those of you looking for that online gardening channel that offers tips, tricks, easy yet proven gardening advice to take your home gardens to that next level, don't go anywhere, guys. Stick around with me today. Start with going below this video and clicking the subscribe button. If you are enjoying the content of my garden videos and want YouTube to send you notifications every single time I'll upload a new garden video, click the bell icon as well. Now come with me. Let's get gardening. So what our vegetables 1 through 4? That is our bunching onions, our onions such as the white onion, the red onion, our shallots, as well as our leeks. So they're all a part of an allium family, and all of the alliums which I just mentioned are day sensitive vegetables. What causes the bulbs, the onion bulbs to grow is the amount of day length that the onions are exposed to. So planting and growing onion from seed is absolutely time sensitive and time crucial. We harvest and grow our onions, our shallots for the bulbs. So it's very important to plan out when you are sowing your onions from seed. You want to make sure that your seedlings, your transplants, your onion transplants will be at least 8 weeks old from the time you sow them inside, indoors, in seed starting trays, until the point where you're ready to transplant them into your home garden. You should transplant them sometime around end of February, beginning of March. And in order to do that, in order to get that timing right, those 8 weeks plus or minus, they should be sown now, inside, indoors, in your seed starting trays, sometime around the first week of January. If you add 8 weeks to this date, you're going to end up with the first week of March, which is the perfect timing to transplant your onions, your shallots, your leeks, your bunching onions straight into your home garden, whether you'll be growing them in a raised garden beds like I do or directly in the soil of your home gardens. So what are those veggies 4 through 11? They are our brassicas, anything from broccoli to our Brussels sprouts, to cabbage. You can do the green cabbage, the purple cabbage. We also have the cauliflower. There's also our bok choy, as well as kale. Any and all of these should be sown now in the month of January inside in our seed starting trays. Why so early, you might ask? Since many of these brassicas are actually cold tolerant and cold hardy. they're actually very, very tricky vegetables to grow, especially the Brussels sprouts, the cauliflower, and the broccoli. They will not tolerate frost or very, very cold temperatures, but they also struggle to grow in temperatures above 60 degrees Fahrenheit or 15 degrees Celsius. So once the air temperatures start to go above 60 degrees, which is again the ideal growing temperature for them, they will start to bolt and go to flower on us. So it's crucial that we start these brassicas from seeds now and have them ready for transplant again around end of February, beginning of March. From all the brassicas which I just mentioned that should be started now in the beginning of January, kale is that one exception of a brassica that is very, very cold hardy and cold tolerant. Over here next to me in my raised garden bed, I have various kale varieties growing. And we've been getting freezing temperatures here in Long Island, New York, zone 7A for the last few days. We've hit below 32 degrees Fahrenheit. And as you could see, my kale is absolutely fine. In fact, you could see little icicles, like right over there, right on the kale's foliage. And guess what? That kale is absolutely fine, and it will be absolutely fine. So kale is that one brassica which will grow and thrive throughout the entire winter season, even with freezing temps. Now, when it comes to broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, and Brussels sprouts, when you're transplanting them at the end of February, beginning of March, if Mother Nature decides to throw a curveball at us with cold temperatures, what can you do? You can cover your baby transplants with frost cloth, or you can use clear shower curtains. You can set up your own hoops, your own poles, and cover them up to protect them from that frost. Once the temperatures start to go up, you can always remove that protection cloth, because if you wait too long to sow these guys and mid to late spring comes, the temperatures will go up above 60 degrees. Guess what's going to happen? You're going to lose that harvesting opportunity. As again, especially broccoli, it will start to bolt and to flower on you. So get these started now, guys, within the next few days, so you have them ready, mature enough to transplant them into your home garden late winter, early spring. What are those veggies 12 through 19? They are our cold hardy greens. What are some examples? That would be our broccoli rabe, watercress, arugula. We have dill. We have our parsley, regardless of the variety. We have spinach, which is also very cold hardy. Kale, which we just mentioned. Cold hardy lettuce, such as our red leaf lettuce. There's also watercress. There's also cilantro. There's also rosemary. So there are quite a few cold hardy greens which should be sown now from seeds inside, indoors in our seed starting trays, and then they'll be ready for transplant late winter, early spring season. What are those veggies 20 through 25 which must be sown now in the month of January? They are our root vegetables. We have our carrots. We have the beets, various beet varieties, of course, depending on your liking. Radish. And two more, I don't have the seed packets on me now, but they are turnips as well as Swiss chard. All five of these will not tolerate transplanting. So unlike many veggies, which I mentioned previously in the beginning of this video, which require to be started in seed starting trays indoors, these five would have to be sown directly into the soil of your home garden. Again, whether it's in a raised garden bed or directly in the ground. Carrots especially are very, very tricky to grow, as especially now in colder temperatures and less sunlight, less daylight. They can take anywhere from 2 to 3 weeks to even germinate. So if you're sowing them now and you don't see anything sprout or come up, don't be worried. Don't be scared, guys. Carrots do take their precious time to sprout and to start growing. They are very, very cold hardy, all 5 of these root veggies. I have a video on my gardening channel, Gardening in Cold Spring Harbor, where I give you step-by-step, easy yet proven instructions on how I grow my carrots from seed to harvest. And I'm going to link that video up above for those of you who are interested in checking out that video as well. For those of you who have stuck around with me in this video till the very end, I'm going to share with you also what flowers you could start growing now from seed inside, indoors, in seed starting trays. Just in time for spring season, so you can have that beautiful pop of color once those temperatures start to warm up. So for those of you who stuck around with me till the very end of this video, I'm going to share with you all the flowers which you can sow and grow from seed now in the month of January. I'm also going to share with you exactly what flowers I will be sowing this month for maximal spring color and blooms. Here are just some of the flowers which I will be sowing from seeds now in the month of January. The first annual flower, which I will be sowing from seeds now in the month of January inside in my seed starting tray, is my sweet pea. More particular, the Sweet Dreams mixed color sweet pea variety. Don't these look just stunning, guys? The second annual flower, which I will be growing from seed, as I do every single year, is the infamous pansy flower. It's a springtime mixed color variety. These make excellent spring container plants. Cosmos are another full sun annual flowers which I will be growing from seed this year. I'm going to be growing the Sensation mixed color variety, which comes in combination of pink and white colors. This variety is amazing, guys, because it's also container friendly variety, and it only takes 45 days from seed to bloom. Another Cosmo variety which I will be growing this year in my home garden, called the Summer Sunshine mixed colors. Look at the combination of orange, red, and yellows. Aren't these just beautiful and stunning? The next flower which I will be starting from seeds are my marigolds. Marigolds come in various varieties, guys, and I will be growing multiple varieties this year. I'm just showing you an example of one. This is called the Climax mixed colors variety. Look at the beautiful yellow and orange. Marigolds make excellent container flowers, and marigolds naturally repel insects and pests from our home gardens. Another flower which I will be growing from seed this year, they're called Bachelor's Buttons. Look at the beautiful bright blue petals. This is the Blue Boy variety. I think it looks absolutely stunning. It would make such a great color contrast. Sunflowers can and should be started from seeds now inside in seed starting trays. Who doesn't love sunflowers? They make stunningly beautiful tall plants. The blooms ranging from orange to white to yellow to even burgundy. I'm going to be growing various sunflower varieties this year, including the Chianti hybrid variety, which is this beautiful burgundy colored showstopper. I'm also going to be growing the smaller sunflower varieties, such as the dwarf teddy bear variety, which also is a stunning looking flower. So these are just some of the flowers which I personally will be growing from seed this year here in Long Island, New York, Zone 7A. But there are much more flowers which you can start and grow from seed, such as the snapdragons, the delphinium, poppies, geraniums, calendula, hollyhock, begonias, as well as petunias. Any and all of those flowers can and should be started now from seed in seed starting trays in the month of January. So they're just ready and mature enough to be transplanted late winter, early spring season. As I mentioned previously, I will be starting all of these seeds within the next few days inside in my green room in seed starting trays. I will also be using grow lights to help with healthier, quicker seed rate and germination. For those of you living in the colder northern climates or gardening zones, you might need to tweak the sowing schedule just a little bit. You might want to wait another 2 to 3 weeks before sowing them. So sometime around the end of January will be the ideal time for you to start sowing all of these seeds inside in your home in seed starting trays. This is it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for joining me here in my home garden in Long Island, New York, Zone 7A. In today's video, I gave you over 25 veggies, herbs, as well as flowers, which you can and in fact should start sowing from seed now in the beginning of January 2024. For those of you who enjoyed the content of today's video, if you found today's video to be helpful, useful, informative, show me that support by clicking thumbs up below. Leave your comments in the comment section as well. Let me know, have you started sowing any seeds just yet? If so, what have you sown? If not yet, let me know what's in your agenda. What exactly are you planning to sow and grow in 2024 garden season? If you haven't yet subscribed to my gardening channel, Gardening Cold Spring Harbor, what are you waiting for, guys? Super easy for you to do, super pleasing and rewarding to me, knowing that you guys not only watch my gardening videos, but that you find the content of my videos to be useful, helpful, and informative in your own home gardening. If you haven't yet subscribed, do so today. Click the subscribe button below and don't forget to click the bell icon as well. You will get notifications every single time I'll upload a new gardening video. Be healthy, guys. Happy each and every single one of you. Be well and happy gardening. I'll see you again in my new upcoming garden videos. Bye, guys.